So we are trying to highlight leaders. Have you always known you were going to be a leader?
Yeah, probably. I remember when I was in kindergarten, I was the only girl in the class, in my kindergarten class, Miss Renfro at Hall Elementary. And about maybe 6 weeks later, they moved me out because I was intimidating all the boys. So, yeah,
Is this something that's just ingrained in you, you think?
probably circumstance. My mom always pushed her kids to do all things, excel, lead. And I knew education and leading others would be my ticket to experiencing great things. Yeah.
So tell me about that. So your day job, what do you do day to day?
Yeah. So I'm an engineer by degree. I work for ExxonMobil. My current position, I'm the Global Sustainable Procurement Manager, responsible for sustainability initiatives in our procurement and our supply chain.
So with a job like that,
I know.
you take on the regional director of Alpha Kappa Alpha
Yeah.
sororities South Central region. How do you balance it up?
Really organized. Great support system. I plan everything. Everything is calendared. Have a great support system. So all of the sorority members who volunteer their time to support in an administrative aspect, they keep me organized. So from my chief of staff to protocol to all the various committees, they are the ones that really honestly help keep me aligned. And then the day job, I've been on my job 25 years. I've earned the respect and have performed in all of my duties. So I get a little leeway when I need it to balance it. The fun thing about the position I'm in now is there's actually a correlation between what I do and this role as regional director, because there's a lot of community investment, socioeconomics, just making sure that our company is also ingrained with small businesses and what organizations are doing in the community. So I get a chance to wear both hats a lot of times, and it's good to have that flexibility.
So for those that don't know, as regional director,
Mhm.
what does that mean? What does
Sure.
that
So I am one of 18 board of directors for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. The South Central region is comprised of 4 states: Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and New Mexico. Represents the second largest region in our sorority. About 19,000 members, graduate and undergraduate. So I spend most of my time just making sure that we are following all the directives and programming that is given to us by our international president and CEO, Dennett Anthony Reed, and regular operations of our chapter. And then I get a chance to do some of the fun stuff, interacting with sisters, getting to know them, getting to celebrate them. And then every now and then, we have our issues, but those are few and far between, and that's a good thing.
how do you, I mean, when somebody thinks 19,000 women, Black women,
Yeah.
successful, intelligent, academically degreed Black
Yeah.
women,
Yeah.
that can seem like a huge undertaking.
I mean, it is, but it's also an opportunity. I mean, that's where the impact comes from. When you can galvanize that many individuals for a common good, whether it's scholarships, whether it's economic development, whether it's having a impact on the environment, you got 19,000 people with a focused objective that can be very impactful. So, yeah, I mean, it's good. You got to organize them and get them together, but it can be very impactful.
Are you proud of the work that you're doing and that of the sorority is doing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, like I said, when you have the second largest region, that there are things that you can be very impactful in terms of being a difference maker, being a history maker, being a barrier breaker. These are all the things that I've always wanted to do in terms of just, making a difference. It can be intimidating at times, but I think there are more examples of where we have changed the student's life, where we have literally put a business on the right trajectory. We have helped each other through, health challenges. And even in our current environment, when people need help with being out of work, I mean, there are groups that are galvanizing together, trying to help people find work, get access to resources, et cetera. So, that's the good part. That's the fun part.
What would be your advice to not just members of your sorority, but Black women in general that are looking to you and say, I want to learn how to be a leader? What would be your advice?
Listen more, say less. There are a lot of lessons to be learned around us. Be willing to do the hard stuff, the hard part that maybe nobody wants to do. Have fun, laugh a little. Don't think things so seriously. Assume good intent, and you can't lead where you haven't been. So roll up your sleeves. You won't be the president or the committee chair. You may have to start off being the committee member or being willing to do those things, but that's when you learn, and every experience builds so that you can now step into something with more responsibility. I always tell people that I never thought, 10, 15 years ago when I was just a leadership fellow, just getting that exposure as an undergraduate would now each position, each responsibility has prepared me for where I am today. And I believe that.
When
Yeah.
you're not working, those couple of minutes, what do you do for fun?
Ooh, for fun. I love a good massage. Yes. Actually just like to sit outside on the back porch and just be still. That's where I get a lot of my ideas and inspirations, just by being still and listening to that voice. But I like a good movie. I like to laugh. I like comedy shows. And everybody who knows me knows I love music. I love to dance, and I always have my whistle. And I'm leading the line dances, and the young people teach me all the TikToks and all. So those are the fun things, seeing my kids grow up and just, really enjoying life. But I love, love, love music, dancing. I won't say singing. Now I can shower sing, but yeah, I love some good music and just good entertainment.
Question. In
Yeah,
this climate, what are some motivational words you can say to Black women? I mean, more than all these Black women have lost jobs.
yeah,
So many
yeah.
people out there struggling. What are some motivational words you can say?
No matter who's in charge, he's still on the throne. That's number one. I always believe that my source comes from him, not anybody else. And we're not warring against flesh and blood. So we're going to have to stay on our knees and do the things to galvanize ourselves. But I would also say that this is not the time for egos, for conflicts amongst us. We've got to figure out how to resolve our own conflicts, come together, band together, and move forward to really change what's going on around us. And be encouraged. Life is too short. Life is too short to dwell on those things. And I know when I usually get down or I'm having a bad day, I go and do something for someone else. I go serve someone else, whether that's the food bank, whether that's taking my neighbor something, whether it's writing out a thank you card to somebody. I always look for a way to serve others, to show gratitude, and that takes the focus off of any of the negativity around me. And that's usually a good remedy for me.
He's going to get a couple of
Okay.